one?
Just one.
Okay.
I couldn't get the second one. Give it a couple minutes.
All good.
I got a new camera. It's coming in, man. I can't wait.
Oh, nice.
I got a camcorder.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's like a reality show with this easy.
It's a good fucking set to do like a show here, man.
Yeah, let me pop this up.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about that. 5 million views on Twitch.
Yeah, just low key flexing, you know. Yo, what's up, everybody? Live from the World Famous Venice Barbershop, chilling with my homie Los here.
What's good, yo?
We're gonna drop a fresh cut, talk crypto, Web3, anything that's happening right now. There's a lot of stuff that's happening, so just come vibe out with us.
Man, what you want to get into first, man? You want to get into this Moonbird
I
drama?
want to get into this Moonbirds drama, bro. This Moonbird shit is crazy.
Oh my god, bro. Like, I saw the Moonbirds and they're like about 1 ETH, a little less than 1 ETH, and I'm like, all right, these are cheap, because I felt like someone was going to come and swoop up and buy that project.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't think it was going to be Yuga. Like, that was crazy. Yuga acquiring Moonbirds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think like that's a good play. Like, my only critique would be bringing Kevin Rose on board as an advisor. I think that kind of tarnishes what Yuga's been building.
Yeah, Galavis he got blocked. He tagged him. He put a clown. That shit was comedy, bro.
Shout out Galavis, the homie, bro.
He fucking tagged him, bro.
Did he
That shit
tag
was
him?
Comedy.
Yeah, man, you know what's been funny is like, I don't know if you've seen the account GMMFer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they'll make some funny videos. So, and the shit that K-Rose says, like, those two accounts have made some funny videos about the whole acquisition. But, yeah, man, I mean, like, I saw the Moonbirds, they're like about 1 ETH. I'm like, these are cheap for like an OG project. And I like pixel art. Like, I've always thought the art was cool. So I'm like, I feel like someone's going to come in and buy these. Like, you know, someone will make an offer. Kevin Rose will sell out and just ride into the wind with a fat bag.
It's a great shot.
Just never thought it was going to be Yuga to come pick up that bag. But you know what? Honestly, if anyone...
I mean, 250 million, bro?
Is that what they gave?
Yes. But I mean, everybody's trying to argue that it's
Wait,
in stock.
what?
And yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes, bro.
250 million for Moonbirds.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Wow. Okay, I didn't think it was that much. Really?
Yep.
You know what? I take it back, man. Kevin Rose is the greatest crypto trader of all,
Bro,
man.
he made it happen, bro.
So he got all the BC money, then he dumps Moonbirds for 250 at the low and rides off into the wind to boof ketamine.
Yep.
Shout out to you, Kevin Rose. That's an amazing grift. Like, holy Christ.
Yeah, someone tagged him. I guess he was like crying on his face or some shit.
He's gonna go do podcasts now or something like that.
Yeah. All right, cool. That works. All right, on the fade, you wanna? We're gonna drop it, right, like we did last time.
Yo, same exact thing as
Yo.
last time. That shit was fire.
Do you want to do anything with the length on top?
I like the length on top, so I guess I'll keep that. I like the beard length a little, but, you know, maybe cleaned up a little, and like the mustache a little shorter, because it's starting to look like, you know, I work on Westworld or like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, once again, look, when they bought Meebits, like, Meebits like was valued at like 70 million, and I'm just like, man, there's just so much.
It's just 70 million.
Yeah, I think that's what they raised. I remember at IRL, like, I forgot what. I don't know if they raised or that's what they were valued at, but all that money could have really just gone into the ecosystem, bro, to like, I don't know, man. And I know I know a lot of Moonbird founders, like a lot of people in the Moonbirds. We did an event with like Moonbirds and Oddities. Yeah. They're next level. Like there was a lot of people from what I met. I mean, they're doing shit, you know.
Oh no, the Moonbirds team is great, man. I like, you know, Stevie, like all of them. They throw like sick events over at Foundry, like, you know, the thing they're doing with Proof. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like basically everything Moonbirds has done outside of Kevin Rose has been dope. It's like, that was kind of the only thing really holding Moonbirds back, I think, was just like K-Ro and his takes on Twitter, and just, you know, the whole going from IP to CCO was like a big blow. But I feel,
what happened there? I mean, what was the whole fucking thesis behind that? Like, why'd they...
One day he just decided, like, hey man, we're not going to do the IP, we're going CCO, which was pretty interesting, you know what I mean? Especially since people had deals lined up to lease out their IP. So you know, if Yuga can bring it back to where like they can get the IP and they could do some kind of licensing deals off of that, that could probably be bullish for Moonbirds.
I mean, so the bigger question is like, what happens to Yuga? I mean, because a lot of Yuga people were pissed, like, or not even Yuga, Bored Apes, you know.
Well, I mean, I feel like with Bored Apes, I feel like, okay, like as a company, and I feel like they're just acquiring more and more IP in this space.
I didn't even realize they had punks, bro.
Yeah,
mean, like,
they
that was like their biggest like W, you know. Like,
that was a win
because they're a staple in the. They're a staple in the space, you know.
I mean, like I feel like what Bored Ape holders are saying, and it's like, you know, from coming from like the Yuga perspective of them just acquiring like all like the big projects, like, you know, you got Punks, you got Moonbirds, now you got the Oddities, you got like Meebits, you got Bored Apes, Mutant Apes, all that. I mean, I feel like it's bullish for Yuga, honestly. Them bringing Kevin Rose as an advisor, that was like the only critique of that deal. Like, it's like, I don't know why you would bring him on as an advisor when he's got such a tarnished reputation in this space. That would have been like my only critique of that. Like, you know, it's like acquiring Moonbirds, like, you know, good play. I didn't think they bought it for, it was 250 mil.
50 mil. But it's like stock share, so.
So they gave him like 250 mil worth of Yuga stock, basically.
Yeah. Which is still crazy. I mean,
yeah, crazy. I mean, I think K-Ro made out with.
Yeah, right? Like,
yeah. Jesus Christ.
I mean, dude, it's nuts.
That's an insane amount of money.
I mean, he takes on proof, everything, right? That all comes with that? I mean, they bought all of it.
Yeah, they got proof, they got everything, but it's like, I mean, how much runway, like, what was in their treasury that they acquired?
I don't know. I remember I used to listen to the podcast. So.
Yeah.
It was very alpha. The Snowfro story was dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I like proof. I mean, I like how they like brought on artists. I like what they were doing over at Foundry. Yeah, man.
A lot of them too were in LA, right? They rented out Bell's. I remember they were having a party one day.
Yeah, I mean, like they have a spot over there, like in downtown, like off of Alameda, which is the Foundry. That was like right where they do.
It's like an office.
No. It's like you know where they do like Smorgasburg LA, like that big. They have like restaurants. They have dude, I forgot what the name of the place is called. They have a bunch of different like things that are like in brands that work there. So they have like a space, and that's actually where they did like the Grant Yoon I think what was it like I don't know if it was an opening, but it was like basically Grant Yoon had an event there like back in December. So they would do all the different like proof events over there, and like they throw good events. Like their events are fire. Like cool people come out, drinks are free, food is free. So I mean, the events were fire. Like the artists that they onboarded and were doing like with the proof passes, that was like well curated. Yeah, I mean, like the only thing that people really didn't like about Moonbirds was Kevin Rose. Like he was like the only thing really holding that brand back, because everybody working with like proof like were just, you know, on it. They were like a good team.
Where Moonbirds, I think they were up like on the 24-hour like.
Yeah, I mean, like I think they
doubled in ETH.
Yeah, they like doubled up a little bit and like retraced.
I almost bought one at Mint, man. 2.5. It's crazy.
Remember that Mint? Because that Mint was like, I think like it was 2.5 ETH back when ETH was like what, like close to 3K, 4K, and then they ran to like about 100, 150K, and a lot of people bought that top and were really salty to see it come down. So I think that's why they also got a lot of hate. It's like a lot of like people with like big followings bought that top, and then nothing really came about. And then like, you know, floor price kept going down, and then all of a sudden he's like, all right, we're just gonna be CCO, and I think that was like the final death blow right there.
Yeah, who was the girl at IRL, man? She was.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah. She was so funny.
Man. Tranquila, man. Shout out.
She went out. She was like. She was going off of him, but he went with like a bodyguard and all kinds of shit.
So yeah, K-Ro came by IRL, came with the bodyguard, took some questions, took a little heat. Danny has to like buy CCO a few times. yeah, that was actually a good one, man. I bet like they got that up on the YouTube. You know, if you just go IRL Alpha Kevin Rose, you find some entertaining. Yeah, man. I mean, like I just feel like as far as like the whole like pulse of Web3 and that ecosystem, like K-Ro was just very detached from it.
Yeah.
And like he came from like VC funding side, and he's got the business side down. I mean, shit, 250 mil in Yuga stock.
Crazy, right?
It's not a bad deal.
It's crazy.
It's not a bad deal. Run Moonbirds to the ground.
Owls, bro.
Bro, run Moonbirds to the ground, have all that VC funding, and then just 250 mil to bail out.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that's the shit, like,
Not bad.
that's what I'm saying, like, that's whack on Yuga's part, bro. Like,
I didn't think it was
get
that
every
much.
holder on Moonbirds is like, or proof, right? It's just, hell yeah, we're saved, right? Like something, my bags are saved. But outside of that, man, I felt like there was so much more that could have been done. Like, especially 250 million, bro.
That's a lot.
Independent artists, other smaller
That's a lot.
projects, like even projects that have been hanging out or hanging on with no, just outside capital. It's just like, I don't know, man. It is.
I mean, that's a lot more than I thought the deal was for. Like, I mean, like honestly, like what did Luca buy Penguins for?
2.5 million.
2.5
That was
mil.
a whole argument now, because it was like, bro, Luca got a fucking steal, bro. I mean, a steal. And initially, it's funny, Cole wanted like 150 mil, and it went like it was back and forth, man. And then finally, everybody had slowly fucking stepped out, and yeah, he offered him fucking 2.5, bro. And I mean, goddamn, like, just big W. I was like, yo, if they're valued at 250 million, bro, Pudgy's is like $1 billion, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, like, it's just like, what did they really acquire? Because it's like, okay, 250 mil, but Moonbirds are CCO, so you don't have IP.
How many?
Right?
It's oddities, Moonbirds, proof. So 3.
Yeah.
So let's say maybe 75, 50 million. What he's saying each one. I mean, if you want to break
I
it
would say
down.
50 million total for 250 seems really high, man. That's high.
It's that A16Z one, bro.
Yeah, but what was like? See, what I want to know is like, what did Proof have in the treasury? Because like I know they acquired that treasury, so it's like, how much do they have in that? That's the question.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. Token
Because
show.
then that might make like the deal like a little like
What's up?
make more sense.
Paul's in the building.
Oh shit! What's up, Paul?
Yeah, I don't know what Proof had in the treasury.
See, because that would be it. It's like how much money do they have in the treasury?
Not 100 million.
Whoa! Damn, that's crazy. All right, man. Let's see what else is going on in the ecosystem right now besides overpaying for a CCO project.
Yeah, nah. So Pudgy's had a nice flip for a little bit.
Pudgy's did flip the apes for a brief. Like they're right there though. They're like right
Yeah.
about the same price. And it's like I don't see apes really like I don't see any catalyst or any momentum behind them going up. Like I say they either hold or maybe drop down a little, but Pudgy's, like I could see those ripping to like easily 30.
Yeah, they've been kind of chilling, finding at that 60 mark.
Yeah, that 20 ETH mark right there.
Yeah, Luca just announced. He it's funny. He tweeted some. He was like, big announcement in a couple hours. So Walmart reordered.
Okay.
3,100 stores. So they're now gonna move back some more products. They're doing the more overpass IP. So like you were able to submit your Pudgy, which is tight, bro. If your Pudgy's selected, you get 20% royalties off sales.
Off like your plushie sales in Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay, see now that's
Bro.
bullish. That's bullish.
Like it's crazy. Like if your shit, dude, you imagine he's selling $1
Yeah.
million worth of plushies, bro. You take 20%, bro. It's like
200K, that's not bad.
Like hello, sign me up. I'll take 2.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, and aren't they working like on a game and like don't they have
Yeah,
like some kind
Pudgy
of
World, yeah.
Yeah.
I got my son on it. I have my kids trying to play.
And then they got the airdrop. How's your airdrop doing, man?
Yeah, the DYM. DYM's crazy. I didn't. Yeah. We don't talk about that on camera, but whoever got the DYM airdrop, whoever got the DYM airdrop, bro,
It's sitting like
man,
nice. It's sitting nice right now.
them dudes crushed it, bro. Man, oh man. Shout out to them dudes.
The thing I like about Luca, man, it's like he came up from the grind because like he was homeless at one point, like living in his car and everything. So it's like somebody like that who built a business, who had like what it was like those gel blasters like that he got going off, like somebody who just built himself out of nothing, like never had anything handed to them. Like that's somebody I want to bet on. You know what I mean? That's like somebody that I would definitely bet on.
Yeah, well, we were just talking Sappy Seals, right? Like Wob's never fucking stopped, bro. He's been, dude, and they're fucking hilarious, bro.
I love the Sappy Seals. Yeah. I love the Seals. Oh yeah, and like Wab is like one of the better founders in this space too. He's never stopped. Like when Ordinals first came out, like he was on the Ordinals too. He did like the traveling salesman. Like he had to solve riddles and he'd get like an Ordinal. So I thought that was pretty cool. They got Pixel Coin. You know, where it's like you could stake your seals and get Pixel. They had like a video game also. And then they got themselves like on what, Nifty Island and a bunch of other things. Like seals, like never stop. Their community's relentless. Plus they know all the good shit coins as well. Like seals are kind of like, I would say like on par with Miladies when it comes to shit coining.
Yeah, what's up with Miladies? I never got into Miladies. I just didn't like the, you know.
You don't like the art?
Yeah. I know there was some like, in the beginning there was some crazy fraud about like, some fucking training women, or right? Didn't they go down some weird?
They go down some weird rabbit holes, self-cancellation, rumors that it's like
fucking posted some shit.
Yeah, rumor that like Peter Thiel is behind the Milady raids. You know, it's very interesting, man. But it's like you look at some of the people rocking the Miladies. It's like they're heavy in the game, and it's like deep in the trenches of like meme coins and DeFi. So.
Where did Milady start? Like, what's the backstory on Miladies?
I think it was like raves. Like it was like literally like the rumors like Peter Thiel through these raves. Yeah, this project come out based on those.
It's a character based off.
No, it's not. It's not based off like the raves, but it's like from that culture they like made this project, and like a lot of the traits are like deep into like internet lore, into like 4chan or like those traits go deep. Like even with like what is it? Not the Remelios, but the other one they got is like the Rad Bros. Like some of those traits. Like those are like some of my favorite traits is like the ones that Rad Bros have. They have like that They Live glasses from like John Carpenter's movie of the same name, They Live. They had like Birth of the Overfiend t-shirt, which is like this like crazy anime by Toshio Maeda that was like back in the 90s or 80s.
Nice.
So they're just like, the traits are just like very well thought out, like very immersed in culture and internet culture. So it's, or like, just like sick movies, stuff like that. That's why I kind of like fuck with them and everything. And plus they're very counterculture. Like, it's like I felt like a lot of things like became too corporate or too like, just vanilla on it, and like Miladies stayed very like just aggro and like just like kind of like a fuck you to like that narrative, which is what I liked about them.
What are they at on?
They're about like 2.2, 275, something like that.
Okay.
So I think they're like right on par with D-Gods right now.
Okay. D-Gods is still holding on right there too.
Yeah, D-Gods is holding on to.
Van Gogh is like the whole.
Man, Van Gogh and Sunny, bro. Shout out to them, bro. Like keeping that, and Show Me also.
Yeah.
Like I know like Van Gogh and Show Me got like DGen Social Hour coming up, where it's like they'll do their spaces and Deeps after dark. I don't know if they like renamed it to DGen Social Hour, but they've been building that community up, and then like with the whole like Sunny becoming president, like I feel that's a really good look.
Nice. The D-Gods?
Yeah.
That's fire.
Like the thing I'm like looking forward to the most is like, they got D-Starter, like where it's gonna help out like members in the community start brands or start businesses and just put them in link with everybody. So it's like, I feel that's like the sauce. It's like, cause you always said like these PFPs, it's all about community and like,
correct.
Like leveraging that network connections and everything. So I feel like that's like really where like their power lies. Cause like I know like D-God's got like some of like the strongest community that always show out. Even through all the FUD, through all the bullshit, like they just show up. They're like Seals. Like Seals, another strong community with like a strong founder. So it's like when you got a strong community and a strong founder, like I feel like that's a pretty safe bet right there.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Let's see what else is cracking, bro. That game you told me about Pixel though.
Oh man, shout out to fucking Luke, man.
Yeah, got tweeted out by Mario Nawal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. He was tweeting out Pixel. Like, what are those at right now, like the land?
1.8. When we first talked, they were at 0.5. They were hovering under an E. And yeah, they're almost like 2E. But right now, I think it's Menace to Society. He's got an ape on his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He said he made like a couple grand playing the game. Because right now, you're earning Pixel during the game. It's crazy. I have Ronin. I gotta go pick up some Pixel. I've been seeing it, bro. Like it's crazy. Yeah, I was holding berry token from playing the game, so I think I'm airdrop pixel from holding the berry. I have to go dive in.
They have like their own pixel token because I know like seals have their pixel token.
Yeah. So yeah, pixels and then pixel. Yeah,
Gotcha.
pixel is Wabs and Sappies.
Yeah, PIXL.
Yeah, they initially had berry token, so berry's the in-game token, pixels is their other token within. I think it's within the game. I don't know if it's gonna replace berry token, but I know by holding berry, I'm airdropped pixel.
Gotcha. And that game looked dope because it's like Animal Crossing. Yeah,
I've gotten pretty far on it. It's pretty good. I mean, you could be there all day playing that shit, you know? I keep a tab open, definitely on it. I mean, once I was like, yo, I need a land, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that was it. I was like, I need to buy a fucking land. And then they just got so high, bro.
That's crazy because I remember, you were telling me that they came out for like, what, like 0.1 or something?
Well, they were down like crazy. And Luca told me, like, yo, they've already 5x'd. And I was like, fuck. And then they 10x'd. And then I was like, oh, man, I don't know how much higher they could go. And then it's just like, fuck, 1.8.
That's
just
crazy.
Like, man. Right now, too, even on the markets, a lot of AI coins are fucking flying.
Oh, the AI coins have been ripping. Like, even like AI meme coins, like Sora on ETH has been like ripping.
Yeah, I've been scoping that. What do you know on Sora? I was just reading up on that.
So, like the Sora on ETH is just like the meme coin, kind of based like how Grok did theirs. You know what I mean? It's like based off the AI meme. But there are actual AI coins that are trading on ETH and even on Solana. On Solana, you got something called DITH or DITH, which is like basically like a AI trade bot. So like scope out, like, you know, pick out like some trades based off like, you know, the models that they taught it. So that was pretty interesting. Okay. I got in like a couple telegrams for guys to see like some of their plays and like they have like 10x.
Okay.
And it's like things that I wouldn't even look at. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So I don't know how much of it is like volume by people being in that telegram and the AI calling it, just like if you're in like a KOL's telegram and they called something, like, you know, you get that initial pump after and then the dump. But it's interesting, man. Like, you know, the whole AI is interesting. And like with Sora, like the actual AI app Sora, have you seen it? Like, dude, it's text to video basically.
Oh yeah. No, it's crazy.
Or like someone like put like, I don't know, golden retrievers playing in the snow or some shit, and it looked pretty realistic. Or like cybernetic German Shepherd, and it looked pretty real. Like those were like the two that I can remember off the top of my head. But it's like
I seen the one with that was like a camera following an ant inside.
the tunnel. Yeah, that was
like
another
tight.
good one.
That was like crazy.
And think about that. Look how good that looks compared to like, remember when we saw Will Smith Eddie? Bro, it's like the advancement in like what, like less than a year, about a year, from that to like a camera following an ant in a tunnel with the lighting. Or what was another one? It was like a train running on the veins of like a leaf. You know, it's like just crazy, like shit like that. And it's like, there's a whole new paradigm being started right now. It's like, you know, you're not going to need these like multi-million-dollar like FX studios anymore. It's like someone's just going to be able to prompt from their computer, and you'll be able to prompt like, you know, movies. It's like basically this democratizes filmmaking. Like anybody can be a filmmaker really now. It's like,
it's not out to everybody right now though, right?
No, so it's like on beta, so it's like you do have to be on that beta list or to test it and everything, so it's not like publicly accessible at the moment. But you know, dude, I'm gonna try to get on that list.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like the thing Sora can do is like, wow. Like, you know, I didn't think something like that would be here this quick.
Well, they keep saying, dude, once ChatGPT 5 comes out, I mean, like, shit's gonna be crazy. They're already tweaking. So Paul put me on today. He was like, yo, you gotta try Grok. And that shit is great. It's fast as fuck. It already hallucinated. I mean, like, I was prompting it, but you're talking like seconds, dude. Like, the response time on it was, I was kind of like, damn. I mean, ChatGPT 4 is still pretty fucking fast, you know? Right. This shit is just like almost instant. I don't know the back end specs on what it's doing, but it's, yeah, dude. It's, I mean, 5. I can only imagine what 5 is gonna look like, you know? 5's about to just be crazy, bro.
I mean, it's crazy, like, to see what it's done in, like, what, just, like, about, like, 2 years, 3 years?
Imagine that shit, like, in a robot, bro. You know? It's just gonna be, like, your own personal fucking Siri, you know? Like, hey, man, go do my laundry, man.
It's crazy because don't they have that robot, Sophia? That's, like, actually, like, a citizen of, like, Saudi Arabia, I think. She has citizenship in Saudi Arabia.
What?
Yeah, there's, like, this AI robot, Sophia. She actually made, some like art like on Ethereum, like they did like self-portrait, so it was like her doing a self-portrait, which was pretty trippy. It was like insane.
Trippy.
But yeah, man, they have like AI robot Sophia has a citizenship out in Saudi Arabia. I think that's correct. Yeah, which is crazy. No, it's gonna be crazy like when you do have like AI robots and just how prominent AI is gonna like take over everything.
Yeah, bro. It's like it's. I don't know what to move like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we got Neuralink, right? Like the first humans have like gotten Neuralink already.
Yeah, they're trying to give Elon the Nobel Prize. They announced it today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they want to vote for him to get it. I don't know.
I'm with it.
No guarantee that he gets it, but
yeah. I mean, just like the future's crazy because it's like eventually it's basically like we're witnessing the next evolution of the human species. It's like we had the Industrial Revolution. It's like now we have this AI revolution. And it's like eventually you're going to have like, you know, your human form blending with technology. It's like you're going to have just augmented humans walking around.
It's crazy though how like a lot of people don't see it though. Like it's nuts how many people don't understand the AI wave right now. That's what trips me out. Like I try to tell like we're in this bubble. We're in our section, our hub, right? This is all we talk about. But I'm going to, you know, people 5-6 miles out, man. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know?
Yeah, Venice is different because like Venice, we got like Silicon Beach. It's like very tech heavy over here.
Yeah, we're in the core front of all this shit.
Yeah, like
you know?
like we're literally like in one of like the epicenters of this technology, like geographically.
Dude, I was telling my sister, I was like, yo, like we were talking marketing and all this stuff, and I was like, yo, do you use ChatGPT? And she was like, no. At the table, like, you know, like, yo, like what? Like, it's the fucking future. Like, how do you not? You need to be on this shit. Like,
well, I was telling my sister about it, and it's like one of my sisters, she's like just so anti-AI and just is like has like that like AI doom like mentality where it's like AI is gonna like replace humans or just like take over the human race or annihilate us.
it could.
It could. We could totally go Skynet. It definitely could. I mean, it's interesting. It's like it depends on the applications you use it for. Because I mean, like, I remember seeing.
There's no roadblocks though. That's what I love.
Yeah.
Roadblocks are gone, bro. Like, if you have a brain fart, anything that you're stuck on, like that shit is out the window, dude. If you can't like solve the fucking problem or get an idea of a direction to go, like, there's this really smart fucking Yale dude that comes here, man. He's the guy. Talks to me on AI. We always break down AI, business, everything. And every time I'm like, I always want to get his opinion on something, right? In the last year, I've been like, oh man, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? It's like, just ask ChatGPT, you know? Yeah. And it's funny because I'm like, oh man, I want to fucking answer, you know? But you're not wrong, you know? Like I go and I ask it just even for any ballpark of like, you know, what I'm trying to solve or come up with a solution. It's really good, you know? If this dude's busy, I can't get him on a call. I really could just ask this, like it's like Google times 10, you know? And even Google search, I opted in for the AI on Google search. I was looking up cameras. I don't know much on cameras, just a little bit from what people have taught me. And I was comparing a couple and dude, I'm just like, I'm going down this rabbit hole, checking this one with this one. And I'm asking it this model versus this model. And it's just generating all the info from everything it's searching, creating a bracket. And being like, hey, this one has a 1-inch sensor, this is a 1/2-inch sensor, this one has a 4K tracking following, you know, like it's just like, I'm like, that one sounds good. And it was like the value, the you know, all that.
All those metrics, it just compares them and gives it to you right there.
Bro, fire. Like, I'm like, cool. Like, now I know what camera to get, you know? I don't know.
So no, it's crazy. It's like I know like with Elon, like his whole like mission behind OpenAI before it became like a profit company. It's like he was trying to do a nonprofit to democratize like AI so that wouldn't be held by one company. And I feel like that's like we're going down a slippery slope because it's like the company's controlling it right now.
Van Gogh's in the building.
Oh, Van Gogh's here?
Lois, my brother. Benny, my brother. My
Oh,
boys.
Van Gogh. What's up, G? What up, Van Gogh? Yeah, but I feel like that's like the danger of it. It's like if you have like one company like Microsoft just having all, you know, the products or generating like the servers or everything like that where they control it, well then it's like you're running into the same issues where you have a centralized power controlling something that's so powerful. So I feel like what needs to be done is like there has to be a way to democratize the AI, decentralize it so that like no one company can like own the servers or own like the LLMs or anything like that.
Man, but you know, like I think there still needs to be somebody controlling it, and that's the power. That's what sucks, dude. Is the human nature, right? Is that all right? For example, it's like we're supposed to travel. You know, imagine 374 years, right? The closest habitable planet. You got 374 years. It's like essentially if everybody lives 89, it's going to be 4 or 5 generations, right? You need everybody on that to just go through, focus on that. Like there's emotions, there's human will, right? There's like a man and a woman, you know, like
a lot of dynamics.
A lot of dynamics, right? So to have one guy, right, to bring all that back, it's like one person, one woman or man, to just control all of it. It's fucking hard, and it's just, I mean, goddamn, you'd have to be a fucking chess player and you know, like you'd have to have you almost like a judge, right? Imagine, even you think about our judge system, it's like, well, if this guy's having a bad day or he just doesn't fucking like you.
I mean, bro, like we saw what happened to a former president getting hit with like what 380 mil or some shit like that, like in fines.
It's crazy.
And then a lot of companies are talking about leaving New York after that. But no, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's like you have the big tech companies that have like all the data, right? So it's like you have someone like a Facebook or Meta actually that has like all that data that they can scrape from Instagram, from Facebook to make an LLM. Or you have like a Google that can scrape all their search history and scrape all their products to make the LLMs. And it's like, it's interesting because then it's also like, you go into like, if you're training these models, right? It's like who's also training the models? What kind of biases do they have? And like, do those biases show up in like the finished product?
AI regulation should be very democratized. He says it needs guidance, but not by the dopes in Congress and open.
Oh, I completely agree with you, Paul. I completely agree with you there. Yeah, that's, I mean, like that's the part where it's like, yo, if like just one company like a Microsoft or someone has all that power, they can put out like whatever they want in that model. Like for instance, when I first started on ChatGPT, I was asking it, I'm like, yo, Bill Gates and you know, the Lolita Epstein's airplane, what's up with that? And then it kicked me off. So you know, said, sir, you can no longer use this.
Oh shit.
So I mean, it's like and like, dude, what some of our homies were building, like trying to how, you know, get a jailbroken ChatGPT past the Great Firewall of China. It's like a lot of these
right now, but it is open source, right? So you could essentially make your own. It's just it comes down to the server and
it's about server space and about the computational power. Like it's like it takes a lot of computational power, energy, and all that to run these things. So it's like based on that, it's a lot of like resources consumed, and not that many people have those type of resources.
For sure.
So it's like for instance, I think like all the servers in the U.S. is like what? Apple, Alphabet, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. Like they control all the servers in the U.S.
Akash, AKT on Cosmos. Yeah, little show right there.
Yeah, see, so that's why I feel like, especially like with like, you know, you have products like, speaking of decentralization, but you got products like Nostr, right, which is like basically a social media platform on Bitcoin, and it's like with all these other social media sites, it's like all that information you've given them could just be compiled to like make all kinds of things. And it's interesting, like, you know, where you could take this AI, because it's like certain governments like have already been building. It's like, this is what I noticed. Like, have you ever seen those drone shows where you have like the drones and like they'll make like, you know, a man walking in the sky, or they'll make like a dragon, or like I think in France they had like a wine bottle pouring out into like a glass of wine, which was pretty cool. And like I remember when I first saw that, I'm like, dude, I'm like, as soon as they weaponize these motherfuckers, it's over. And there's already people working on that, where it's like you have like weaponized AI drones. So it's like, imagine like you're walking down the street, like the AI or whoever powers and be determine you to be a threat, and this drone just like comes at you at 200 miles an hour with like some explosive in it, and bam, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, who's ever controlling this AI and who's ever in charge of it, like really will run the future. So it's like, do you want it to be in the control of a few companies, a few governments, or it's like something that could really help humanity out? Like, you know, it's like you could really cure like cancer, a ton of diseases. You could put like what we were working on Sundays, like the thing that we're doing with like John of Tezos, where there's like mapping out the human genomes and everything.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, and using AI for that, or like what Lindsay's doing, like working with like orcas and like mapping out like the language of orcas so that you can like translate that. That's another dope
Really?
Yeah.
She's building something right there?
Yeah, like her and Science Stanley are working on that too. Like it's like you can map out like orca language.
What?
So I mean, like,
hey, I fucking love orcas, bro. They're so fucking smart.
Dude.
They have that second. They have like a second part of the brain, that emotional element. That they're essentially smarter. They would technically be smarter, right? They're speaking a different language, but they're almost smarter than humans. You know, it's fucking wild. Cause the way they hunt, everything they do. We have that emotional element. But they have like two parts of this, which is crazy, dude. Like. Damn, that'd be dope, man. I mean, imagine even for like babies, you just like, hey, I know what you're saying.
Imagine this. It's like, because I remember watching a video.
Yo, baby.
If you go on YouTube and you look up WEF, World Economic Forum, and brainwaves, right? It was like this interesting video where it's like they had wearables. It was like basically earphones that were linked to AI that could like scan your brain waves, and like basically you could read your brain waves and you could control like your computer mouse or different applications like with these headphones, right, as wearables. And the interesting thing about this video is like they had a short animation, and instead of like being like, oh yeah, you know, you're a paraplegic and like you could just put these headphones on, you could like control your mouse, you can like verbalize, you could do all this. Nah, their whole thing about why they wanted it was surveillance. It was all about like, oh, what are you thinking? You're not supposed to be thinking that at work. Get back to work and think about work. It was like the video was so interesting the way they wanted to use it. But I mean, like something like that, like to where if it's built correctly, like, you know, like a AI wearable, like for instance, like you have like.
Yeah, I seen something. It's like you're talking, it's taking notes, it's reminder notes to remind you, hey, this person likes this person doesn't like that.
Or even like say like you like remember Star Trek, like the global translator. I forgot what it was called in Star Trek. But it's like basically like you put on a headphone, like you go to China, they're speaking Chinese. It translates it right into your ear in real time. So it's like, and then you speak back and then it could like vocalize that back. So it's like, yeah, for something like that, I mean, you know, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that should be dope. I mean, I'm all for it, man. Like I love it, man. I know there's a whole other side of like fear of what it could do. I'm definitely utilizing it every fucking minute of the day. I like to, in a productivity form, you know, to just make you better. And yeah, I think it's fucking amazing. But
well, I mean, AI is just a tool, man. It's like a hammer, you know. You could take a hammer and build a house, or you could like crack someone's skull open with the hammer. I mean, it's not on the hammer; it's on how you use it. And it's like, and look at AI. It's like you could build like AI drones that come and attack you, or you can make some beautiful AI art like what Claire Silver does.
Yeah.
You know, or like many artists in this space that like use AI for art. Yeah. You can like start democratizing access to like, you know, media. Like it's like Patrick says it a lot, like Patrick Amadon, who's like also at the IRL panel, but he'll say it a lot. It's like AI is basically removing like layers of friction to become an artist. It's like what you would have to do by having like resources to go to like an art school or to go to film school. It's like now if you have the imagination, like you can prompt something and you can like make that reality happen. It's like you don't need like a big crew or anything. So I feel like that's really what I'm looking forward to, or just, you know, all the cool, like, you know, solving diseases, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mapping the language of orcas. Like, that's the cool stuff.
What's up, Unc? Got my Uncle Richard in the building.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, shit's fucking
wild. So it's gonna be a crazy future. Now, let's see what else is going on these days, man. What you got going on these days, Benny?
Shit, man. I'm trying to learn this fucking cryptography fucking algorithm. Just diving into the world of DeFi, man. Trying to see what, just a lot of economics, you know? Understanding it, yield forming, liquidity pools. Just kind of stuff that's been around for a while, but It's kind of cool because there was a lot of fuck ups in the beginning, you know. So DeFi's come a long way, especially after the Terra Luna stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a little something I'm cooking up. I can't speak too much on it, but just really studying that space, man. Just all the finance level of it, you know. There's so much, bro. Like, I could go on. And which chain, you know, initially rules it. I mean, even with the banker right now, what we're talking about is just like, you know, it's the same business. And he was like, what's the biggest thing that it changes? And I was like, the only first thing that comes to mind is just transparency. You know, that's really it, you know. I mean, I know there's a bunch of other stuff, but I mean, does every financial institution want to be transparent?
Hell no, they don't. They're cooking their books and got double books.
For sure, that's what I'm saying. Like they're probably like, nah, like fuck that. But yeah, just doing that, man. Following, you know, just the pudgies, man. Just the space, the crypto markets, ETH, Bitcoin. Watching these charts, you know, ETH broke like 3K yesterday. Just seeing where that's going. Trying to just stack, bro. Like right now, just in crypto, like I'm, you know, willing to sell a kidney. Any offers, you know, just to fucking load up, bro.
You got two of them. You only need one.
I mean, you know, I'm like, man, like I'm just literally trying to load up. I think it's gonna be the amount of money coming in. The ETH ETF at the end of the year, near August, is gonna be huge.
Well, the ETF volume just keeps coming in too. It's like I think like what like BlackRock now owns like 5 billion in Bitcoin or something like that.
If you see how much DeFi shit is created, right? This is where it all kind of trickles back, and it's almost nuts. Like ETH should be worth like 10 grand, right? If not more. But if you see how much is built on ETH, and then all these DeFi platforms have this ETH locked in fucking liquidity, right? Like, so it's not moving, it's not changing hands. Like, it's crazy, dude. Like, and the burn rate, right? So it's like, I mean, dude, I don't know if it passes, you know, like Bitcoin. I don't want to throw that narrative out there, but like, it definitely should be worth more than 3K, man. I mean, there's so much. The deeper and deeper you go into the ecosystem, it's just wild how much has been built. And it goes deep, man. I mean, you know, Solana's on that same path too. There's a lot being built. A lot of stuff like, I don't want to say copycat, but whatever's been being built on ETH has been, you know, built on Sol. And
even Bitcoin now, a lot has been being built on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We got like DeFi coming to like Bitcoin. I know like
I'm seeing that,
yeah. I know like Jen's been working on something with like OmniSats where they're bringing DeFi to Bitcoin.
So how are they? But all right. So what's the deal? Like Lightning Network was supposed to essentially handle like all the fees, right? Like
yeah, Lightning was like the layer 2 just to like make it like move quicker, like basically like you send sats quicker. Because I have used Lightning to like send sats, and it's like it's not like a Bitcoin transaction that takes forever. And then a lot of like countries like Costa Rica, you know, El Salvador, they have like those payment systems set up to where you could do that. But
my uncle said my generation bought personal home computers, cell phones, 1979 solar panels. Now we hit a speed bump, and I don't see major changes in progress. The U.S. dollar is now worth value we print on.
That's why you got to buy Bitcoin.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like what your uncle said. That's a great use case for Bitcoin itself, right there. It's like the money, like you have, like you know, you go put 10 racks in like a saving account. It's like you know that money is going to be worth less and less because your purchasing power is going down year by year, and inflation goes up. And it's like with something like Bitcoin, where you have like a set supply, and market determines the value. It's kind of a hedge against inflation, which like you know, and it's a good store of value. And now, like the institutions have woken up and seen it, and you have like BlackRock, the Fidelities.
Yeah, they got like 10 billion locked now, right?
Yeah, you got like all the major, you know, like asset managers in the world now, like realizing it, and like pretty soon they're gonna do a ETH ETF, which is like the next step. Like they're starting
August.
to, yeah. And then like you got the halving coming up in April.
Yeah.
So if the volume of Bitcoin stays the same, right, and then the halving comes in. It's like, you know, Bitcoin to 100K is...
It's the most inflow of ETF volume, like, ever.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, as soon as the ETFs came in, I think even like with BlackRock, I think like their Bitcoin ETF is their most that they have in value out of all their ETFs.
It's crazy. Yeah, because they usually die out, and it's just been kind of knocking out 500 mil on a, you know, little daily right there. It's just crazy.
The institutions are coming for your bags, bro.
Yeah, man.
Institutions are coming for your Pepe.
Some dude tweeted some shit. He was like, he wasn't smiling. He was like, I'll smile when my girl's ex buys my ETH at 10K. I was like, savage,
I mean, I do. You know, ETH 10K this year seems very possible.
right? Because we already hit 4.
We hit it was like 44, 45, something like that was all-time high.
If it 5x's, what would it be if Bitcoin at 100, 150? It's supposed to be like 20% value, right? What was the math? Like, it was like 20% of what BTC was?
If Bitcoin hits 150K and it's 20% is like what we're using as a metric, yeah, then like that would be, no, that'd be like 30K ETH.
Damn.
You know who's calling for 30K ETH though? And like, I should never fade this person? Art Chick.
Really?
Yeah, Art Chick was calling for like a 30K ETH. And like, you know, honestly, like, it was funny because like when everyone was shitting on ETH and ETH was down, she's like, watch, ETH is about to rip and it's going to melt faces. And sure enough, like 3 weeks later, a month later, ETH rips. Mm-hmm. So like, I would never fade anything she says. So if she's saying like ETH to 30K, I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been fucking killing it. I mean, yeah, man. It's so much shit. What's up? So what's up on the meme coin world? What's cracking? I know you got the alpha, bro.
Oh my god. This is for entertainment purposes only and not financial advice. So the alpha on meme coins, if you're doing it,
are you still using Bird's Eye?
Oh no, I use trading bots on Telegram.
Okay.
Yeah. So number one alpha, you don't want to go to an exchange because you're gonna get sandwiched by the bots.
Wait. You're running a Telegram trading bot?
Oh, you know Bonk?
Yeah.
Like Bonk has a bot. It's like BonkBot. It's like the most popular bot on Solana. So Bonk is not only a cool meme coin, they also have a bot and are building a bunch of stuff. So BonkBot, like you could just go on Telegram, you put the contract address in there, and like you could do your buys, and it'll buy it faster than if you were like on Bird Eye, because Bird Eye is kind of slow. So it's like everybody's using trading bots, whether it be BonkBot, Shuriken, BananaBot, Maestro on ETH. BananaBot's another one. Unibot's a good one.
Better bot than that. What's the better bot, Paul?
Unibot.
I had one of the devs from Anchor Protocol. It's called ZK Automate. I just got the whitelist today. I'm in the Discord. There's only like 20 people in there, bro. So
all right, you gotta send me that info.
Yeah, one of his homies made like 2 mil off on Bonk, and then he quit, and they were like, bro, we're trying to write code and we're trying to write code and trade meme coins, and we couldn't. So they ended up building this bot. So I'm super down to like just test it out.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the way you got to go. Like if you're trading the shit coins, you got to go with the bot, because if you're buying it, like off of Bird Eye, or you're using like Uniswap, you're gonna get sandwiched by everybody using a bot.
All right, so
like they're gonna
I got
front
a little
run
hot take right here. So my uncle said, Bitcoin to me is like a pyramid scheme. They sell it to us, raise the value, then walk away after we blow up the unsecured value of the investment.
I see, but here's the thing about Bitcoin. It's the only time in the history that you actually had a chance to front run the institutions. You could have bought Bitcoin for like, man, I remember like when I first bought Bitcoin,
$3,000.
bro, you know, dude, I don't even want to tell you what I first bought Bitcoin at.
Tell me.
500.
Damn.
It was like, and so I was like in Los
Want a beer or anything?
I'll take a beer, why not?
White Claw cool?
White Claw? I can't drink a White Claw on camera.
All right. I got Michelob Ultra. I don't have no fucking tap beer.
And a what?
Or a Bud Light, bro.
Oh.
That's even worse.
Give me all.
He's like, what is this, MSNBC?
Jesus Christ. Between Michelob Ultra, a White Claw, and a Bud Light. You know what? Give me the White Claw. White Claw. When's the keg guy coming back, Benny?
Man, the keg guy. Man, shout out to Boomtown, but Chewy's been...
What are you drinking right there?
Leaving yerba mate.
Oh, yerba mate?
Yeah. My brain needs a run.
Yeah, for sure. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, yo. That was a rough selection.
Joe, tell me
no tap.
Tell me that wasn't rough. Were you gonna go from Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, or a White Claw? I guess.
All right, look. So my uncle says Bitcoin has no security to the financial investment. BlackRock just came into the space, so they're the largest asset manager in the world. So they've owned about 10
I think
billion.
5 billion or
Yeah.
10, maybe 10. 5
They're
to
at
10.
10. They've been doubling it. So they're now in the game. Fidelity has bought. There's a ton of stuff. It's about 500 million a day in inflows. How much money? This is institutional money. So this isn't like me and this guy
retail.
talking. Yeah.
This isn't retail.
All institutional money. That narrative, it's being, I get what you're saying, but it's being solidified now. Once the big players came in, they had to remove a lot of bad players, and you're going to see a lot. It's going to be a gradual growth now. Hopefully we get a 30, 50% run, 100% run, but I think it's going to be a little more steady now. Same with ETH, bro. ETH is like a stable coin, bro. It'll move, only swing like $100, $200,
I feel. Well, I mean, like, I guess like when it's at its levels, when it's at its levels.
But on a big drop, bro, it'll go from 2,900 to like 2,700. It's not like BTC used to run like 10, 15K. It'll drop 5K, like fuck,
True. I feel like with like Bitcoin, it's like these large institutions see its value in like a store value, right, and basically digital gold, because it's like where gold would back up like currencies, or where it used to back up the dollar before, but gold is like really expensive to move around because you have to have like security or to store it. It's like with Bitcoin.
You mentioned consortium.
Did we mention consortium?
Consortium Key and Maestro.
Oh, Maestro. I didn't mention consortium. Maestro. Maestro bought on ETH.
He said those are better.
Yeah, Maestro on ETH. I was talking about Solana, so like BonkBot on Solana, but it's a little bit slow. I use a backup server on my BonkBot. It's a little bit faster.
Actually, the US dollar isn't backed by gold.
I said it's not.
No, he says the US dollar is backed by gold. The US dollar isn't backed by gold.
It's not. No, he said it's not. It's not backed by gold. It's still not. Yeah. We went off the gold.
Not backed by gold.
We went off the gold standard in the 70s, like during Nixon. You can thank Nixon for that. But actually, I think the story behind that was that we were fighting the Vietnam War, and some of the other countries were calling us bullshit, being like, bro, you don't have all the gold to back up the dollars that you say you have.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, well, you know what? Fuck you. We're going off the gold standard, and we're going to keep bombing this country. So there you go. And now, anytime they want a war, you don't need gold. You just print more money.
70s are fucking nuts.
Dude, 70s, yeah. Going off the gold standard is kind of what like the beginning of the end was for the U.S. dollar. Because now it's like, I think like the second death blow to the U.S. dollar has been the Ukraine war, where now we're getting political. We can never go without getting political, can we? So now that with the Ukraine war, when they sanctioned Russia and they kicked Russia off of the SWIFT payment system, which was like a payment system that I think the central banks of countries would use to mitigate like their transactions. Mm-hmm. So they kicked Russia off of SWIFT, and because of that, you have like the rise of BRICS, which is
Saudi,
Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. So now they're making their own currency to rival the dollar. You see Russia start settling their debts not with US dollar anymore, but with rubles, and you see like China moving off the dollar to the yuan, and you see like Saudi Arabia, like you see all these countries now getting on BRICS because they see the writing on the wall. It's like the dollar hasn't been backed by anything tangible since the 70s. You just print more money, which devalues your money and lowers your purchasing power.
They have been printing a shitload.
Yeah, they printed a shitload.
And we're going into the fucking election, bro. So whoever comes in, is they're gonna fuck it up even worse, or like they're gonna try to fucking.
I have my opinion on the election. I won't try to get too partisan on this stream.
Yeah.
But if one side wins, it's gonna be bad. If the other side wins, it might not be as bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, like they've been printing money. It's like, you had that war in Afghanistan go on for 20 years, to where you're fighting the Taliban just to hand over the country back to the Taliban, and just completely set it in ruin. And I feel like the only reason they did that is because that war wasn't profitable anymore. It's like you already got everything you wanted out of Afghanistan, and all you're doing now is like supplying small ammunition, fixing helicopters, and maybe like selling a few drones.
There was a crazy documentary on Netflix on the 9/11, and it was starting from the Russians, I guess, initially.
Yeah, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan.
That was the whole reason they even bothered going over there.
Yeah.
But no fucking reason to pop in over there, right? But the Russians were coming in there, and it was like, oh, we gotta go over there.
I mean, Bin Laden was a CIA operative, bro. We trained them, Mujahideen, bro.
Crazy.
We trained them. We trained them, we funded them, we gave them weapons. So yeah, there's actually a cool movie with Tom Hanks. I think it's by Aaron Sorkin called Charlie Wilson's War, that goes into the whole,
Charlie Wilson's War.
Charlie Wilson's War. I think it was named after a senator or congressman.
Not Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band, yeah?
No, it's not.
I was like, Charlie Wilson.
I think it's called Charlie Wilson's War, man. Let me double check right now.
Like, Charlie Wilson was a bad man.
Hey Siri, Google Charlie Wilson's War.
Hey, and Charlie Wilson has a song called "You Dropped the Bomb on Me," bro.
Oh, is that? All right, so no, it is. Okay, so it was written by Aaron Sorkin. Okay, so
it's called Charlie Wilson's War.
Charlie Wilson's War, film directed by Mike Nicholas and written by Aaron Sorkin, adapted by some dude. Tom Hanks is in it. Amy Adams, Julia Roberts, the late great Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Dang.
Yeah, no, it's a great fucking movie. Like Aaron Sorkin writes like really, really well. But that goes into like the whole us backing. I mean, we do that everywhere because like supposedly we're the ones that put Zelensky in power during a coup in Ukraine, and look how well that's worked out for us. I mean, he's basically what the CIA would call a useful idiot. Like it's like, yeah, bro, we'll give you money for this war that we know you cannot win. Because like what, Russia has like what, 10 times your population, the biggest biggest country by landmass in the world. I think 150 million people in their country, and Ukraine's got like 16 million. Damn. So it's like, Ukraine loses 500,000 soldiers. That's a blow. Russia loses 500,000 soldiers. They can replenish that easier.
Yeah.
And then it's like also it's like what they're not telling us. It's like it's like. It's like Russia manufactures weapons as well. It's like Ukraine doesn't manufacture weapons. They have to rely on other countries giving them weapons, giving them ammunition. So like this war from like a tactical strategic standpoint cannot be won by Ukraine. Yeah. Like no chance in hell Ukraine can beat Russia. Like I'm sorry, there really isn't. Like, and this isn't to like talk shit about like any country or whatnot. War sucks. Nobody wins in war. You just have like people dying. But this war could have easily been avoided. And it seems every single fucking peace treaty for it has been rejected by the U.S. or the U.K. Mainly by the U.S. Because, we're making a bag selling them HIMARS and Javelins and getting to battle test new weapons against a peer-to-peer threat as opposed to, just fighting an insurgency in the desert or in the hills, mountains of Afghanistan.
Did you watch the Tucker Carlson
Putin interview?
Yeah.
I got like 30 minutes in and like I didn't finish it, but like I saw like the first 30 minutes and I'm like, this... I guess that was like way more overhyped. You know what it was? It's like when I first watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
My homie was like, bro, this is going to be like the best movie you've ever seen and this happens and da-da-da, and it's like the Ukrainian, this and that. I'm like, that, like, and I watch it and like my expectations were so high that it did not live up to expectations.
Yeah.
It's basically like what happens in NFTs where it's like we have an announcement and price pumps in anticipation of the announcement comes and the hype never lives up to what the announcement was. So it's like, I'll have to finish it because I do like Tucker.
I mean, it was all I got from it was Putin was just insulting Tucker the entire time, almost like I dare you, motherfucker, And
yeah.
Like, it was actually kind of funny. He literally was like, "Yeah, what's your basic level education?" Like just fucking you majored in history, but he was also nuts too, man, because he's talking about history from like the 1400s.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yo, what does this have to do with invading, Ukraine?" And he goes on, and it gets crazy.
I agree there because I remember when he was talking about that. It's like, bro, it's like, look, it's like, are we gonna go back to borders that existed a couple hundred years ago?
I mean, that's
like,
where he's at.
are we giving Texas back to Mexico? Are we giving parts of California back to Mexico? It's
that's
no.
exactly what it would be. Like, hey, we're standing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I mean, it's not going to happen. You're not going to redraw borders based on like previous battles. It's like you have wars. Wars are won, wars are lost. Territory is given, territory is taken. That's the way it's always been. I may not agree with it. Maybe a fucked up way things have been, but that's the way it goes, right? So it's like you can't be like, oh, well, this was once this and this and that. No.
So back on like crypto tip.
Yeah, let's go back to crypto.
Yeah. What's I mean, so like you guys do the Ordinal show right before, right? Like.
Oh yeah, so IRL Alpha has been doing the Ordinal show with BitGod, Butoshi, and Turhan Troy. So that's actually been popping off. 4 o'clock every Thursday on the IRL Alpha main account. But yeah, no, it's like ordinals are dead, which was a play on when everybody was fading ordinals.
Yeah, Turk had a little the trademark file.
Yeah.
I seen his post today in the morning.
Well, it's funny because it's like I remember first hearing about ordinals at IRL, like maybe like a little over a year ago when Bear Snake came, and his business partner with Forgotten Runes, Doda, was talking about ordinals, and it's like there was still like I think less than 10,000 inscriptions at the time. And like he just said one thing. He's just like, you know, you're inscribing data on Bitcoin, and I'm like, oh dude, I'm sold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like you're inscribing data on the mother chain, like the most decentralized immutable chain out of all the chains. And like, you know, what most people don't realize is like when you buy most NFTs on Ethereum or any other, you know, chain for that matter, they're not usually on chain. They're usually just a pointer to a file that's like on IPFS or even worse, you know, AWS. So if you're really preaching decentralization, how can you have decentralization if you just have a link pointing to a file on Amazon Web Service? You know, it makes no sense. So that's what I really liked about Bitcoin. It's like the whole censorship resistance and being able to inscribe like on an individual Satoshi. And then you have like some base ass motherfuckers like, you know, what ZK did. ZK Shark was like, OMB is a great project. But before that, he inscribed Gary Gensler, because you were talking about Gary Gensler earlier when he was doing his talks at MIT. Yeah. So ZK inscribed that on ordinals.
The whole chat?
Because Gary was like talking about like, oh, you know, that crypto's a scam, this and that. He's like, well, Gary, let me take you back to this. So yeah, he inscribed that on Bitcoin. Because it's like, here's the thing. It's like if you inscribe
something... It's funny. He knows a lot about it. He in the classes, he wasn't saying it was a scam.
No. And his whole thing changed when he was like chairman of the SEC.
Yeah. Like he was... I was surprised how much he knew.
It's kind of crazy. He's not dumb, man. It's like, I don't think he's dumb at all. And I think like the whole reason things have changed is just like who his bosses are and what they want him to say. Because it's like, of course, like you don't want... Yeah, dude, they all are. It's like you really think
Gary was a BTC maxi from at heart, huh?
Bro, it's like all of them, like they all serve their corporate masters. It's like, okay, like put it this way. It's like, how does like a senator or a congressman that makes about $200K a year worth, you know, 69, 100, 200 million?
Pelosi.
Shout out to the best trader in the world, Nancy Pelosi. Copy trade Nancy Pelosi if you want to be rich. But yeah, like how do they make all that money? It's like, you know, you're privy to insider information, you're privy to this, and it's like with the admin, like with like super PACs, like to where corporations can now donate endlessly to whatever campaigns they want. Like you really just put it right there in the open, like, hey, like this political system isn't for the people, it's for whoever's got the most money and whoever pays the most. So that's why you have like, you know, it's a corporatocracy. It's like, okay, like, you know, it's like we fund your campaign, so it's like, you know, do you want us to fund your next campaign? Like, you're gonna make laws favorable to us. I mean, dude, we got like legal bribery. We just call it lobbying, but lobbying is basically just legal bribery. But shit, how do we get back into politics again?
I don't know.
God damn, bro.
we got into Bitcoin ordinals.
Bitcoin
MIT.
Ordinals. Okay, yeah. There we go. That was the link right there. That was the link. Okay.
MIT.
Well, it's funny when people like try to avoid politics because the whole way crypto was established was kind of like a fuck you to the government and self-sovereignty of your own money.
Well, because everybody's sensitive to this shit now, so you can't really, you know, it's like, am I gonna say some stuff that's gonna hurt your feelings?
And here's the funny thing, man. It's like people have become so sensitive. It's like, yo, we used to be able to talk to each other and disagree and like still be homies at the end. And it's like now it's like, oh, you have a different viewpoint from me. I can't talk to you. And it's like,
the words of the great Rick James, fuck your couch. You know?
Fuck your couch. Oh, that was a great skit, man. I love that.
But yeah, no, I feel what you're saying. Like,
yeah, it's like.
All right, so break down like, so ordinals, like, so what are some stuff like, if somebody who's not in ordinals, like, what are some stuff to get into ordinals to look out like?
Well, first let's talk about something really cool on ordinals that happened, which was Project Spartacus. Damn, I'm gonna just keep it political. Right. So Project Spartacus uploaded all of the Afghan and Iraq war tapes onto Bitcoin. And this was the thing
this is crazy.
Yeah, so this was the thing that got Chelsea Manning thrown in solitary confinement and that has Julian Assange basically, you know, living in the consulate. What consulate is he in? The Ecuadorian consulate in the UK?
Yeah, they're trying to.
I forget the details, but yeah, they've been trying to extradite Julian Assange for journalism, for treason, for the U.S., which is funny because he's not even a U.S. citizen. So how could what he said be treason? That's the funny part to me right there. It's like he's Australian, and they're trying to get him here for treason, but and basically he's just a journalist, so that should scare everybody. But yeah, so that's what I feel like the real power of Ordinals is. It's like you have this censorship resistance where it's like you can upload things that can't get scrubbed off the internet. You know, it's like if you, like for instance, you had that app called Parler, which was around like a year or two ago, which was like a conservative app. And then, I don't know, like people raised some shit about it. And then,
it's pretty crazy.
And then Amazon dropped it. Yeah, Amazon dropped it from its servers. They're like, we're not going to, provide you servers, right, to host your website. All right, so did Apple, so did Alphabet, so did everybody else. All right, so now you can't have servers to host your website. Now you don't exist. And that's like the thing. It's like you can't have these centralized systems. Like if you're trying to build a decentralized world, you can't build it on centralized infrastructure. And the centralized infrastructure, the way the servers run right now, it's like they can censor anything they don't want right out of existence, like they did with Parler. They just won't host your website, won't host your app, and there you are. You're done. Dead in the water. So that's what I feel like with Bitcoin. Like it's real. Like the ordinal protocol, its real power is like, well, people run Bitcoin nodes. People mine Bitcoin to secure the network. So it's like you have a decentralized protocol here.
How much is it to launch an ordinal right now? Like, what's it cost? Like, if I wanted to upload a file or do some shit, like...
It's all dependent on the file, and it all fluctuates. And I think right now, like, the price per VByte is a little bit down. So it wouldn't be as expensive as it used to be. But I mean...
Initially, in the beginning, it was about getting the first, like, 10,000, right?
Well, yeah. Well, let's...
Where are we at now? Like, what's...
Oh, like, for example, Udi with the Taproot Wizard project. Like, shout out to Udi and Far. They inscribed Taproot Wizards on a 4 megabyte block. So they used a whole block and inscribed it on one block, right? And I forgot what Ford told me the price was, but I think from the time they inscribed it to what it would be now, like it wouldn't be feasible to do it now. Like it would just cost way too much money to take up a whole block and inscribe.
And you could sell and trade these? Like there's someone, it's just like an NFT? Or like it's just on-chain?
The Taproot Wizards, yeah, they're completely on-chain. They inscribed 2,100 wizards. In homage to 21 million, or is it 21 million bitcoins?
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 million bitcoins. So that was the homage, like the original Magic Internet Money meme by Mavenbot. Far took that, interpreted it, gave the Taproot Wizards the same aesthetic. They inscribed on a single 4 megabyte block, which was just fucking insane back then. And that was like, I want to say February, maybe January of last year, maybe February. So you wouldn't be able to do that now without having millions of dollars to inscribe on a full block.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, the BTC was down too, right? So.
Well, it wasn't only that. Like Ordinals was just coming out, so you didn't have like all the demand because like the demand drives the price of it. So it's like every time you have one of like these Ordinal pumps where a lot of people are minting stuff on Ordinals, the price per VByte goes up. But it's like right now, especially now, like now you have like so many different protocols, like with like recursion and everything that you could do. So you can
upload recursion, like
you can point back to other inscriptions, so you can have more data on it. So before you were limited to like a 4 megabyte block size or a 4 megabyte inscription size, and now that limitation can be circumvented by pointing to recursion files. Like I mean, for instance, like Trevor, like TO. Who's got Ninja alerts and like his Ninja project on Ordinals. They've uploaded like, dude, Chrono Trigger and like video games on Bitcoin, which is like insane, like SNS games. So it's like, and the amount of speed at which they're building on Ordinals is like insane. Like it's like it started from just trading OTC, right, to like having wallets, to having marketplaces,
yeah,
to like Magic Eden like adopting Ordinal.
Magic Eden's on it too.
Magic Eden's Ordinal marketplace is like one of my favorite marketplaces.
All right.
Actually, Magic Eden is killing it, like in the marketplace. Yeah, and like
yeah.
Actually,
you think they're gonna do a token drop? I'm surprised.
I think they're doing diamonds, right? Like, don't they have like diamonds or something like that? I'm not sure if it's a token drop. Dude, OpenSea dropped the ball. Like I've never seen someone fumble so hard to have like the first mover advantage, have the whole space asking you for a token, never drop token, but just like completely like go the wrong way. And like even like they'll like remove things from OpenSea, like, you know, if you're from a sanctioned country, like if you're from Iran, if you're from Cuba, or, you know, like a lot of artists like from Iran and Cuba have been removed just because of like their IP address and where it's from. So it's like, yeah, OpenSea just kind of wasted all that first mover advantage and just lost all that market share. Because I mean, you had Blur come out, and Blur catered to traders that, you know, just saw these as shitcoins as pictures. And I think like what Magic Eden did was like kind of set a good balance where it's like, yeah, we have great analytics on our marketplace, we have a good UI, you know, we have a great experience, but it's like what they're building now with their Ethereum marketplace where royalties will be enforced. I think that's the right move. And I know like we had Stevie Williams on the show at RL Alpha last week, and he's launching his Scapes project on the new Magic Eden Ethereum marketplace.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I mean, like that, like I see Magic Eden just doing it right.
They haven't had ETH before, so this is all fresh right now.
Yeah. So Magic Eden was originally Solana,
yeah,
and then they did Ordinals. They have Polygon, and I think they might have other chains too.
It's like, fuck, who's using Polygon anymore?
Trump cards, bro. The surest bet you could have done is bought Trump cards. They've actually held their floor. Or bought the damn shoes at like the sneaker con in Philly, bro.
See that shit?
Bro, it was funny because like the homie was like in the group chat was like, dude, who would buy these? And I'm like, I would buy those because I know you can flip those.
Yeah.
I mean, they're ugly ass shoes. They're ugly ass shoes, but I know those would flip.
Some dude paid $9,000
for the signed, yeah.
Yeah, they were what, $400?
I think so, and they were going for like 3 times the price, like if you bought them there. So it was like an easy flip.
Crazy, dog. Fucking. Guys dropped NFTs, sneakers. Who is this dude, man?
Bro, this is what trips me out. Is like how people fading like Trump, man. It's like, yo, he's part of our culture. It's like he drops sneakers, he drops NFTs, but like most of the space, like, you know, they're to the left, so they don't like him.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah.
And then they go for someone who's against crypto, and like, you know, they're trying to regulate it. So I don't know. And who's pushing for like CBDC. So I don't know, man. Little ass backwards.
Yeah. Which, that's the government stablecoin, right?
Yeah, well, they implemented FedNow, so they already got FedNow, which like they use between like the central banks, right? Or they'll use between like state banks and everything. They'll use FedNow, which was like their precursor for the stablecoin. But yeah, eventually they want to launch a stablecoin, digitize the dollar, and do away with physical currency. Because, you know, as much as we talk shit about like physical currency is still one of the best sources for an anonymous transaction. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, I give you like $100 cash. Who's gonna monitor that, right? As opposed to like we do something on a public ledger or whatnot. So as far as privacy goes, cash is still privacy king. So I feel that's why governments want to do away with cash and are pushing for CBDCs. You know, especially like, you know, after seeing, you know, like, you know, you see the meetings in Davos and the World Economic Forum and all that. So it's like CBDC will just give you complete control over your populace. Because say somebody says something on social media you don't like what we had with COVID when that happened. And we all know that it's true now because when Elon took over Twitter, you had the Twitter files come out that showed, you know, intelligence agencies, pushing for the censorship of regular citizens on social media. So say you say something that somebody doesn't like, you know, that the powers that be don't like on social media.
That's just crazy.
Well, now we'll just shut off your money. It's like now what are you gonna do?
Got the X-ray on that shit. Like.
You know, it's like what they did to the truckers in Canada. It's like they were protesting the shots. They were protesting vaccines. It's like, all right, cool. Like, we're going to shut down your bank accounts. We're going to go through your socials. We're going to do this.
Imagine they shut down their bank accounts?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then what was?
I didn't fucking revolt, bro.
And I mean, that's like, I mean, the government only keeps power by like the amount of power you're willing to give it. So if you allow the CBDC to happen, that's basically like the final straw on any of your freedom. It's like, because it's like, what are you going to do, man? It's like, if you have no money, you can't eat, right? You're going to starve. And it's like, you know, the people will always revolt. Like, you know, as long as they give the people bread and circus and they won't revolt. Isn't that the quote?
Yeah.
So it's like, once you like starve out a population, or once you find undesirables that you don't like, and you could just, you know, lock up your political opponents, shut off their money. You can either get most people to comply, shut up, self-censor, or the few that don't, they're just gonna like, on their own, just fucking wither away.
Hold it, relax it a little bit. Paul said you have an on-point conversation right now.
I knew Paul would like this conversation.
What you want to talk about, Paul? What you got to say?
And where the fuck have you been, Paul? Like, what's going on, bro?
Paul's grinding right now.
Yeah, he hit me up. Like, he actually wanted what should we call it? He wanted to do like an AI show, which I'm down to do, Paul.
Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy, man. Like, that's, yo, them shutting down their banks like that, relax it, that's fucking nuts, bro. Like, I mean, goddamn. I don't even want to know how you would even react, dude, you know?
Well, the truckers are smart, bro. It's like, it's like they knew what to do. They blockaded the border. So they're like, all right, all this commerce comes across the border, so we're going to be costing you money, which is all you care about.
Up a little bit. That's what the mafia used to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they were tapped in with Jimmy Hoffa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Teamsters and all that kind of shit in the docks.
They had their hands in the,
Mm-hmm.
anytime they would sweat anything. Fucking unions, they'd stop half the fucking America and shit.
And that's the real power. And like, dude, I was even watching this thing, like what it was like on X or whatever, that a lot of like truckers in New York were mad, and they're like, watch, bro, we're gonna go on strike. And it's like, you think your groceries are expensive now? It's like, if we strike, you know, nothing moves. It's like, trucking is the lifeblood of America. Shipping is the lifeblood. It's like, if you stop shipping goods, what happens? It's like, you have a bunch of food spoil. You have like food not getting to shelves. Then you have like runs on that. You have like price go up on food. And you have like people going hungry. It's like, yeah, so it's like the way they shit on certain people. Like, it's like, dude, you're having like the big protests in France with the farmers. Because, dude, you like what happened with Sri Lanka?
The protesters in
France.
In France, what the fuck?
You haven't heard about the farmer protest? So, okay, so they were trying
off the news right now.
Okay, so they were trying to get farmers to switch off of, I think, like nitrogen fertilizers to like more green fertilizers or whatnot because of carbon emissions and all that kind of shit. So if you go back to what happened in Sri Lanka, like their whole government collapsed like what, 3-4 years ago? Because they did the same thing. They're like, okay, we're going to take you off like these nitrogen fertilizers, which, you know, grow more crops. And we're going to do this in terms of green technology and being carbon neutral and shit. So, thank you, sir. So they did that, and like the food supply started collapsing. So then they couldn't grow as much, and you know they revolted. And basically, you got these cool videos of like, you know, just a bunch of people in like the Sri Lankan parliament and the presidential palace, like swimming in their pool. They just basically overthrew the government. Their government collapsed. Damn. So in France, Netherlands, and throughout parts of Europe, they wanted to run the same kind of shit.
Yeah.
Where they're like, okay, you know, we want to go more green, more carbon neutral. We're going to have to slaughter a bunch of your cows because they fart and they give off methane. And we can't have that in the ozone. You know, all bullshit.
Yeah.
So the farmers, and I love the way the French farmers protest. So they went with like manure trucks, like to like Parliament and stuff, and we're just like spitting like fucking shit, like out on like Parliament. So like they pull up and just like start shooting manure out.
God damn.
Oh yeah, it was fucking great. And then eventually they back down. So it's like same shit, you know. Canada, like they blocked the border. They were costing them a bunch of money. So then they really cracked down. They're like, all right, cool. We're gonna like go in there with like all our forces that we can, pull you out of there, like destroy your image all across media because we control the media, of course. So we're gonna say you're a bunch of Nazis and white supremacists and all kinds of shit, right?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna close down your bank accounts.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. And eventually, you know, the government won. They made the truckers disperse, and the blockade was over.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing about crypto, man. Crypto gives you the power to self-custody your own money.
So
All right.
my uncle says, I'm not a politician yet. I'm running for Los Angeles City Council. Would love to have transparency like a digital ex-council kind of meeting.
Yo, I'm down with that.
Also, Paul said, you going to Denver? Paul, we're all going to Denver. Let's
We're all
go.
going to Denver, Paul.
You want to split a hotel or what, bro?
Airbnb?
Mm-hmm. I'm going the 29th through the 4th.
I think I'm about to go the same dates or close enough to those dates, either one or two off.
He said, let's get your opinions. You haven't booked yet? No. I'll be booked by today. I already got the flights and the hotels lined up, so I meant to book yesterday. I'll book by the end of the day today. I was checking out where I wanted to stay in fucking Denver.
Yeah, we gotta hit up Granola because Granola knows where all the events are and everything.
Sure. Yeah, I just got my ticket. I got approved. So I'm in the Discord, so I was looking up all the events right now.
Oh shit, I still gotta get my ticket for that.
Yeah, it's quick. It took like, you know.
And they're free, right? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's like the best part.
Let me know if it's too high.
Oh no, you're good.
It's funny. It's like join the Spork DAO.
Yeah.
Or it's like pay $600. It's like
Oh, join your DAO.
yeah, like
Yeah, because I know like NFT Paris is about like 600, I think. Right around there.
Yeah, Thread said he's going straight from Paris to Denver.
Yeah, I was gonna go, if I end up getting my passport and going to Paris, I'm gonna come back here really quick just to repack different things because I feel Denver's gonna be colder than Paris.
Dude, I already look. It's gonna be 40s and 50s, dude.
At least there won't be snow and it won't be like 0. 40s, 50s I can deal with. That's like a winter in like LA. That's not too bad.
Let me see. Web3, crypto, blockchain. Let me see. So he said, get your opinions on Lens, DSO, Noster, Farcaster, and AI crypto crossroads.
I'm bullish on Oster. Don't know enough about Farcaster, but I heard Farcaster isn't really as decentralized as they say it is. What were the other ones?
Farcaster and AI crypto crossroads.
What is AI Crypto Crossroads? Paul, enlighten me.
Let's see what he says. True, only some of Farcaster is on chain.
Yeah, I like Nostr. Nostr I'm bullish on.
What is Noster?
It's a decentralized social media app built on Bitcoin.
Yeah, Thread was telling me Farcaster. It's like an NFT, right?
Well, it's funny, like Farcaster, it's like everybody, like, I guess that's been around for a while, but just recently, like, everybody on, like, the, NFT timeline has been, like, on Farcaster. I think Thread even dropped, like, an NFT on there for free.
He did.
Yeah.
Distribution, compute, mostly ATM. What's your favorite AI project right now on crypto, Paul?
Yeah, where are we gonna 100x?
Yeah, because AI crypto's pumping right now. Let me see. I love CoinGecko has like categories now.
Oh, so you can do AI coins on
Yeah.
CoinGecko? Oh,
So by categories, Web3, so let's see. Layer 2, zero knowledge, artificial intelligence, baby.
Ooh.
I'm gonna open
This is
up.
CoinGecko? All right.
Paul, you were telling me about BitTensor. Shit's like $627. Bro, render is $648, dog. Oh my god, that shit was 40 cents, dude.
What?
Yes. It's
When?
been moving.
When was it
Bro,
40
here,
cents?
watch, I'll pull it up real quick.
To 600?
No, $6.
Oh, I was about to say 40 cents to $600. Like, holy shit. All right, that's still not bad.
Let's see, 3 month. It was 37 cents. October 2022. It was hovering at July was $1.
July of last year?
Yeah.
Wow, I guess I'm spoiled by shitcoins because I need like a 10x in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Solana, you get that, or you get rugged right away. You know, it's a great feeling. It's like you
Paul
either.
said Exhibits, Bit, Tensor, Gensin, and a few more in the row.
All right, I got a screenshot what Paul says.
Fetch AI, that's $1. Singularity is at 56. Ocean Protocol.
Oh, Ocean was the one I've been hearing a lot about.
Akash Network, bro. Akash is
Akash.
$4, bro. I had Akash at pennies, dog.
Really?
Yeah, that was on Osmosis.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got airdropped Akash. It's like, man, just that. His name's Greg something. His spaces, bro. He's like, he knows his shit, man. Listen to him talk, like he's on it.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, the guy we were talking to yesterday or Sunday that came in with Began, he was like, I'm surprised you guys even know about like render, you know, because they were doing the Octane token, where you're initially distributing your GPU power for like rendering. They have a whole ecosystem, like they're killing it.
Actually, that sounds dope. Like you can like sell your GPU power basically for tokens.
Because it takes so much rendering, right? Like, so a lot of guys, like, I mean, we had developers out in Indonesia and they couldn't. We had to go get them new computers because they were like, bro, we're trying to do this 3D animation or this rendering, and they're fucking, you know, it took like an hour, you know?
Yeah. So if you can like decentralize like the GPU power and like.
Yeah, and then you get the render token. Just like a ecosystem, you know? That's what I'm telling you, man. Blockchain, like, there's so much, bro. Like, it's funny. Like, pork may seem silly, right? But I'm definitely studying the mechanics of it, right? It's like TVL, liquidity. It's literally all based off fees. I mean, the fact that they were able to generate...
Yeah. Pond coin, yeah. Like
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, you're going to take your pork and you're going to stake it to get pond.
Yeah.
I mean, like... Come on, man. You know,
it's some good Ponzi-nomics right
It's
there.
some good Ponzi-nomics. But so if you put that underlying like some real economic fundamentals, right? I think you have something, you know? And that's all. It doesn't matter whether people are taking the risk, they're staking, they're adding their liquidity. You take a fraction of that off fees, you know? I mean, fuck, dude. It's definitely fascinating. I don't need pond or water or pork, you know? Like... but I get it, you know. That's all sushi Uniswap's like V3s.
Yeah.
The gas fees are like way cheaper. It's crazy, man. It's a lot of that's literally what I've been studying, bro. Like,
There's a good one that dropped actually on Solana that had like some good like tokenomics or Ponzi-nomics, tokenomics, whatever you want to call it, called Reward, where basically I think like part of the sales tax goes back into a lottery, and if you hold in like a certain amount of these tokens, you could win the weekly lottery. So I'm like, okay, that's a good degen Ponzi-nomics. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's called Reward.
Yeah, I think it's like RWRD.
Okay.
But Reward on Solana should be like around 200 to 500 market cap.
Crazy. Crazy. Let me see. Happy for IP deals. Let's see. Van X spot Bitcoin ETF trading volume is up 14x today.
See?
Crazy.
Dude, and the halving's only gonna just make that price go up.
Yeah, what are we, like, a week away?
Halving, oh man, like a month and a half away maybe? Like April, like around, it was supposed to be like 420, but now it's like, I think it's estimated to be a little sooner.
And pull down our hand. April what? Imagine it was April 20th, bro. That shit would be hilarious.
The memes would have been perfect.
April 20th. And it hit 69,420. We definitely
That would have been too fucking perfect. That would have been a simulation.
Yeah. So funny. It's crazy that it stopped at 69 too.
Mm-hmm.
It capped out.
Yeah, we're getting close to all-time high though.
Yeah, but it's been. I like how it's moving, man. Just Bitcoin's grown up, you know.
I mean, like with the ordinal protocol, like I think really brought new attention to Bitcoin, and just like miners are getting paid more now from all like those transactions. So yeah, I mean it's like a win-win.
Yeah. And like when those funds from those transaction fees, that's all just going to miners?
Yeah, it's like basically if they can solve like what is it, like the hash of that, like that whoever like solves the hash gets like the rewards, and then it's like sometimes it's mining pools, sometimes individual miners or miners will link up in mining pools, and yeah, they get Bitcoin for all that. That's why I like proof of work over proof of stake. Yeah, she's really been going all day.
I'm like, where is she? I could hear her. It sounds like it's from a cell phone.
I noticed like someone was across the street, but I don't know if it's the same person.
She's been since the morning. When I was crossing the street, she's like, we're all millionaires. I'm a millionaire. You're going to get 100 million.
Is she across the restaurant? Like
Yeah,
by the park?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, then it's the same person.
She's been out all day, bro.
Damn.
Putting in that work. OT. Someone, so you know how you said, like, there's a million ways to use a hammer? You could build something and bash someone's fucking head, right?
Yeah.
So some dude tweeted yesterday. It was like, he said something about a crackhead. He was like, crackhead doesn't like a crackhead decides to smoke crack. He doesn't have money. He doesn't just give up. He finds a way to get the money to smoke fucking crack. And it was just a funny ass fucking analogy, bro.
I got that
Like-
meme and I have it with like Gary Vee. Like
That shit's fucking funny. I was like, wow. I was like, that's fucking true. He's like, the crackhead just doesn't give up and not smoke crack. He fucking finds a way. And so it was like, you too
be a
can find-
crackhead.
you know?
Bro, I have that meme like, and it's like Gary Vee saying that shit. It's fucking hilarious. I gotta find it.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I was just like, wow. I was like,
It's true. It's a really good analogy. It's like, does a crackhead just say, hey, I'm broke, I'm not going to smoke crack today?
Yeah.
No. He finds a way to get that money to smoke that crack. And that's the kind of fucking attitude you have to make it in society.
he's a dog. He's
You got to have
about
that crackhead mentality.
He's about that shit. Like, I will do whatever the fuck it takes to smoke this crack. Like, watch him.
I was just thinking of that movie. What the fuck was it? It's either Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood. One of those two.
Where he's like, the cheeseburgers and
Yeah!
Yeah, it's Menace to Society.
Menace, okay.
It's like, I suck your dick, man.
Cheeseburger.
So what the fuck you say?
Bro, you ever see Don't Be a Menace to South
Yeah,
Central or
yes,
drinking your juice in the hood?
Yes.
Oh, man. Classic.
Ashtray.
Classic.
That shit's comedy, bro.
Dude, the Wayans brothers are fucking...
Yeah, they
Dude,
kill
the whole
that shit.
Wayans family, like, Jesus Christ.
I'm in all this too, huh?
No, you good.
Yeah, no, that shit's fucking. They kill it, man. There's a couple of them, right? Like,
Well,
it's
dude,
like,
there's like Sean, there's Marlon, there's Damien, there's Kim. I think I'm missing one. But yeah, it's like all of them. They're all fucking like so talented.
my fucking TL is all pudgies right now, bro.
Is it? Did they flip apes again?
No, but it's all because the Walmart. They're just
Oh, the Walmart thing.
all these guys are running to. Each just passed 3K. Let me see.
My TL is ETH
Oh,
passing
let's
3Ks, shitcoins,
301.
Moonbirds, and OD Labs. Like I got a lot of OD Labs because the Lulu Mint's coming up 2 days. You can mint the first generative AR project on chain.
Wow.
Oh yeah, dude, Tetra's a fucking giga chat, bro.
What do you think of? Have you dabbled with the Vision Pro?
I have, I want to get it. Like, it looks big and bulky. Like, Trey Millie comes by, like, the studio with it, like, wearing it. And I like the whole aspect of spatial computing. Like, I'm kind of torn between, like, do I spend, 5 racks, 4 racks plus, like, accessories? Do I spend 5 racks on a Vision Pro, or do I spend 5 racks and, like, get a souped-up MacBook?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm leaning more towards the MacBook.
Yeah.
Although, man, that Vision Pro, this is the thing, man. It's like, it's funny because it's like, I wouldn't get a Vision Pro for anything like application-wise, but I think they're supposed to release like Resident Evil or some shit on that, right? You throw Resident Evil on that and it's a good game, then I'm spending the 4 racks for that fucking Vision Pro.
Yeah.
Like for video games and like to have a good video, yeah, I will.
Hey, my uncle said he's gonna use that analogy tomorrow at city council meeting.
Be a crackhead.
Yeah. It's like he just don't give up. You ever see? There was I think it was a DirecTV commercial. It was a football coach at halftime. He was like, "You don't quit unless it's cable." You know? He's like, "You don't quit." It's just like this pep talk.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's like it's just all about cable, canceling cable.
That's hilarious. That's good marketing.
But it's like, you don't quit like crackhead. It's just fucking comedy, man.
That's true, man. Fuck Mamba mentality. You gotta have crackhead mentality.
Mamba mentality, crackhead mentality. Man, I cut up a dude yesterday. He's been a ticket holder for the Lakers like 27 years.
Damn.
He said courtside or right behind courtside, but man, I said, fuck, man. I was like, I got so many, you know, like what was your favorite game, you know? He's like, man, so many. He said the game though was funny that he was like, I was sitting behind. He said, what's Mr. Kraft, Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots in Boston. When Paul Pierce shit his pants and shit.
Wait, Paul Pierce shit his pants?
Yes, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't
He
hear.
went down. That's the famous one where he got wheeled out in a wheelchair. He got hurt. He fucking shit his pants
No way.
on the court.
No way.
Yeah. And so he got rolled out in a wheelchair. And then he came back and then won the game. Like he balled the fuck out. Like it was fucking crazy.
No fucking way.
Yeah. And so he ended up talking about it on a podcast later that he shit his pants.
That's some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. Stop raining and shit.
It was like fucking pouring, like right when I was passing Wilshire. Like mid-city, Culver City was fucking pouring. When I got to Venice and it was like chill.
Yeah, it's funny, huh? I ain't been able to ride my bike, man. I miss that shit. Fucking rain. Alright, cool. You sit you up real quick?
For sure. Oh shit.
I need to bless my fucking beard like this, man. Every time
What's up?
I said I need to bless my beard like this, man. Every time I cut, I'm like, damn, I need to get
Bro, you had this beard before.
a barber, man. Shit. Sleep up a little bit. Yeah, I let that shit grow out sometimes, then I cut it. Then I'll be growing it, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna let it ride.
I'll show you like my beard at my biggest point. I think I got like a picture on my phone.
How long did you grow it for?
I don't remember. I grew it long and like, okay, so it goes in phases because like I was growing it out and I straight up looked Taliban. Like I think I looked so much Taliban that like intelligence services were like sending, you know, people after me. Like I'd get in a lift and motherfucker would be like, "Are you Muslim?" I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "I could give you to like someone who's the true Muslim," and I'm like, "Bro, I ain't putting on a suicide vest. Like fuck off." Like no, like I ain't about that life. But like, so it looked like straight terrorist for a minute, and then I found this dude. Like when I was living in Los Feliz, like he was like down the street, and he was like this Arab barber. And he's like, "Bro, your beard." He's like, "I can cut that good for you." Like da 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 da. I'm like, "All right, bro, let's see what you got." And he was not lying. Like that dude fucking. There it is.
A dope dealer is a small business entrepreneur.
That was like my old beard.
Damn.
Right? Your boy with his old beard.
It's funny. Yeah, he did look fucking. I think it's the short hair too.
Yeah, I had like the. I'm ashamed to say this was a little bit of a man bun over here.
You're the what is it? What do they call it when the Saudis come in? The like.
Oh, the sheiks or
Yeah, the Habibi money comes
the
in.
Habibi money, bro. I looked like straight. Yeah. Yeah, it was hilarious. But yeah,
You were max by.
bro, it was funny because I was living in Los Feliz. So I was like, oh, you know, I'll grow a hipster beard. But I guess if if you're mixed ethnicity like me, that shit don't look hipster. You just look like you straight fucking like from Saudi Arabia. You look Arab as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was definitely Yalla Habibi.
I got some Armenian clients. They'll be talking to me and like, I don't know, fuck Armenian, and like I'm like, nah, bro, you know, like they're like, oh, brother, I thought you were Armenian. I'm like, bro.
So when I was living in Los Feliz, it was like Los Feliz border of Little Armenia, and all the homies that I hung out with at the time, like I had a group of, they were all Armenian. Mm-hmm. So I was the only non-Armenian in this like group of all Armenians and shit, but everyone thought I was fucking Armenian.
That's funny.
I mean, they knew what I was, but like, it's like, if I meet anybody, they just start speaking to me in Armenian. I'm like, yeah. I'm like Hispanic. It's the facial hair, bro. Yeah, it's funny. It's like, depending on how my hair, I'll get different ethnicities. Like, I had a ponytail and a shorter beard, and I was living in Encino. Mm-hmm. They all thought I was Israeli. Like, they speak Hebrew to me, like, straight up. And like dead ass, like, you know, like I just fucking hopped off the plane from Israel. I looked really Israeli. It was fucking hilarious.
That is funny. Do you want any product in it?
I'll do a little bit of product, yeah.
Right, cool. You go with like a thicker product too, right? Like,
yeah, usually I'll use the Suavecito, like their firm hold molding or styling clay or whatever.
Go up just a little bit. Let's see, it's a little bit. Go up real quick. No, I got you. All right, I got that. Yeah, I've probably done like 8 months on the beard. Is the furthest I've done.
Someone just crash out there.
Nah, this fucking neighbor. Throwing the boxes. I've probably done like 8 months. That was like long. But when I had my longer hair, it was a little easier to,
yeah.
You know?
Well, I think like the first time when I came to you and I got a haircut, like I think my beard was like here. Like it was like, yeah, it was like that long, like, that was like a metal beard. I looked like I straight played for like fucking Slayer or Pantera. Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
This is my extreme hole. Damn, she really is arguing with someone here.
Bro, yeah, she's been out there all day.
It's like, crazy bitch. It's
like, that shit smells nice. Is that your crazy product?
Yeah.
Let's show that to the camera, bro. That shit's nice.
Yeah.
That shit's nice right there.
I mean, I don't get too many people that get like the crazy extreme hold, you know?
Yeah. That shit smells nice.
Yeah, this shit's fire.
This haircut's fire.
Because I know you go like
messy on.
Yeah, and it's a thicker hold.
This shit's fire, bro. I think we
like
cutting with this cut.
Yeah, I like cutting too, bro, when I got the fucking time, dog.
Yeah.
Like this, I used to be cutting in the garage, just fucking taking my time. Yeah. So that's why I like the mellow days. Like, I want it to be busy for sure, but also just like, dog, when it's fucking chill, like, I could fucking cut and just talk all day. Like,
I like this vibe too, especially because, like, dude, your shop's like a whole fucking vibe, and you're like right here by the beach.
Yeah, bro, because when it gets too, like, I don't mind it, but when I'm on the clock, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm looking at the time, I'm just like, fuck, bro. So when it's just fucking chill. All right, and then we're leaving this length, right? I just kind of styled it going here.
I like the length.
But just so the tail's kind of...
Yeah, I think maybe next time I'll trim it a little, but yeah, I'm liking the length. Can I just get, like, maybe
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm liking the length. Dude, I like the way this came out. Bro, you know who you had jocking this fucking hair like a motherfucker was Thread Guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because he fucking saw it, like, when he first gave me that cut, like, that Thursday. And he was like, bro, who cut your hair? I'm like, bro, you know who cut my hair? I'm like, Benny, bro, who else? He's like, dude, that's just fire. I'm like,
yeah, I laced him up with a clean ass fade for Paris. That's how he was like, yo, Ben, this might be the one, bro. Like, same shit though. It was nice and chill. It wasn't too busy, you know. Like, it's just sometimes, man, like, cause you know it's an art, dude. So I could fucking be here forever. Like, you really just like. But I hooked him up with a fade. He was just like, bro.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like, I saw him on the timeline. He's like, oh, how'd your girlfriend, bro?
Yeah.
I'm like, you definitely saw Benny, bro, because I know.
Yeah, he was like, bro, he was going in.
Yeah.
And going to Paris, bro, like, man.
Game over.
I've never been. I'm like, that's just probably tight, dude.
I hope I get this passport in time, bro. Like, because they were telling me, I'm like, I know there ain't no chance I can get it, but they're like, I think,
wait, when is it though?
I was trying to fly out on fucking Thursday.
Damn, you're beast.
Or no, actually Wednesday night I'm trying to fly out. So it's like, they're like, dude, book a flight, get the insurance in case it don't work, but book a flight, and then go to the passport place and be like, I got a flight the next day. And then Bro, even like, dude, even like,
Wait, but you don't have a passport.
the passport's expired. I thought it wasn't, but it's expired.
So it takes like 2 weeks the fastest way possible. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard. Like, I went down to the building right here off Wilshire, off the 405.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, you could submit it. You could turn in the paperwork. The fast you could get is within 2 weeks.
God damn.
And I got my card and the physical, like the mobile one to walk over.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this was maybe 5 years ago, but that was the fastest, if I'm not mistaken. I did the whole process. Because if not, it takes like 2-3 months. But
Yeah.
yeah, that you might be.
I might be shit out of luck on this one.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Because I don't.
And it looks just like East Denver for me.
Yeah, that one would be tough. All right, everybody, I appreciate it. Wait, I got the wrong camera.
This
Here
camera.
we go here. All right. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll see you at Eat Denver. I will be there from the 29th to the 4th. So there's a lot of people in Web3 and crypto going out there, so I cannot wait. It's going to be dope. It's going to be a vibe. Tap in with us. Stop by the shop whenever you want. Shout out to the homie Los for all the alpha today.
Shout out to the homie Benny, World Famous Barbershop over here in Venice, getting your boy looking fresh.
Let's go.
Yo, you want to look as good as me and Thread Guy? Come see me.